After military service, J-Hope and Jin reunite with fans. Hi, everyone, welcome to today's broadcast. On October 17, 2022, BTS singer J-Hope, also known as Jung Ho-seok, was discharged from mandatory South Korean military service after serving 18 months on active duty. Around 100 excited fans and reporters gathered at a military base in Wonju, Gangwon province, to welcome J-Hope home from his service. When he emerged from the base, wearing his uniform, J-Hope smiled and waved at the crowd. Waiting to greet him was his fellow BTS member and friend, Jin, who had just finished his own military service the previous June. Before we continue, if you are new to this channel, please take a minute of your time to subscribe and turn on the notification bell for more information. Videos taken by fans at the scene show Jin greeting J-Hope with a big hug and holding a large bouquet of flowers. It was an emotional reunion for the two friends after being apart during their mandatory military stints. In Korea, all physically able men must serve in the military for about 18 months between the ages of 18 to 28 as part of the country's conscription laws. BTS began taking turns enlisting in October 2022 after being granted exemptions and delays due to their promotional activities. After hugging Jin, J-Hope addressed the crowd of fans and reporters. "Thanks to the fans, I was able to finish it safely with good health," he said gratefully. The dancer and rapper went on to praise the hard work and dedication of Korean soldiers. "What I've felt for the past year and a half is that a lot of soldiers are working hard, dedicating themselves, and doing so much to protect the country," J-Hope stated. He also thanked the citizens of Wonju for their support during the service, noting how touching it was to see locals cheering for and greeting the soldiers. J-Hope's solo returned to Billboard charts. While fans eagerly awaited J-Hope's return from the military, they continued streaming and purchasing his solo music to show their support. One of his most famous solo singles, On the Street, made a comeback on the Billboard World Digital Song Sales chart dated November 5, 2022. This ranking tracks the top digitally downloaded tracks globally in languages other than English or Spanish. On the Street re-entered the World Digital Song Sales chart at number 2, just missing the top spot. This marked a new peak position for the song, which had debuted on the chart back in April after its original release. With over 2 appearances now, fan interest and downloads of On the Street were higher than ever. J-Hope was narrowly blocked from achieving his 7th career number 1 on the World Digital Song Sales chart. The artist preventing J-Hope's solo domination was none other than his BTS bandmate, Jin. Jin's single, Super Tuna, had returned to claim the number 1 spot on the same ranking. Both J-Hope and Jin saw their solo tracks make highly successful comeback appearances right next to each other. While On the Street demonstrated J-Hope's ongoing solo popularity, Super Tuna proved just as beloved by streaming an even higher number of digital sales for the week. Overall, On the Streets became J-Hope's 20th top 10 hit on the World Digital Song Sales chart throughout his solo career. He has achieved the number 1 position previously with songs like Daydream, Chicken Noodle Soup with Becky G, More, Arson, Rush Hour with Crush, and most recently Neuron featuring Gikook and Yoon Mi. Jin too has seen great solo success, with Super Tuna re-entering at number 1 thanks to 4,200 copies sold within the tracking period. Fans of both artists showed their continued enthusiasm even while the members served their military duties. Jin announced his solo album, Happy, just a day after J-Hope's discharge and the artist's reunion. Jin made an exciting announcement of his own. On October 18, 2022, he revealed details of his upcoming debut solo album titled Happy, set for release on November 15th. The 6-track mini-album will include the title track, Run with the Stars, as well as previously released single Yours. Other songs include Another Level, Falling, Heart on the Window featuring Wendy of Red Velvet, and I Will Come to You. ARMY fans celebrated news of Jin's first full solo project with tremendous enthusiasm and anticipation. Having achieved success with Super Tuna and other past solo activities, there is much excitement to see what new sounds and creative directions Jin will explore through Happy. The album marks an exciting next chapter for both Jin and BTS, as the group takes a hiatus to focus on individual promotions while fulfilling their military duties. Bad Bunny defends Puerto Rico. Jin and J-Hope's happy reunions were a bright spot amid some darker news for the Latin music community. Comedian Tony Hinchcliffe faced widespread backlash in late October 2022 for racist comments made about Puerto Rico at a Trump rally. Referring to the island territory as a floating island of garbage, Hinchcliffe stirred up anger from many, including global superstar Bad Bunny. Rather than responding directly, Bad Bunny chose to honor his Puerto Rican heritage through a moving new video he shared on Instagram. Narrated by fellow Puerto Rican actor Benicio del Toro, the nearly 8-minute film pays tribute to the rich history, culture, and people of the island. Beautifully produced footage highlights the musical genres birthed in Puerto Rico like bomba, plena, and salsa, which have influenced the world. Icons like Hector Lavoe, Daddy Yankee, Residente, and more are recognized for spreading Puerto Rican pride globally. The video had originally been premiered at Bad Bunny's sold-out PFKN stadium concerts in Puerto Rico in December 2021. By sharing it now in response to Hinchcliffe's insults, Bad Bunny powerfully defended his homeland without resorting to further toxic rhetoric. The tribute presented an education about Puerto Rico's accomplishments and legacy, beautifully contrasting the comedian's ignorant, garbage claim. Bad Bunny's message emphasized community, culture, and respect, helping drown out prejudice with positivity, music, and Puerto Rican pride. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Pop star Justin Bieber made a major admission last week regarding his relationship with Black culture and racism. In a lengthy Instagram post, Bieber acknowledged that he has benefited off of Black culture throughout his career but has failed to properly recognize his Black influences or speak out against racial injustice. However, Bieber vowed that going forward, he will use his massive platform to advocate for racial equality and fight systemic racism. The 26-year-old singer took to Instagram Live on Friday to speak candidly about these issues in the wake of ongoing protests against police brutality and systemic racism following the killings of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, and other Black Americans. I am very privileged as a multi-platinum artist, and I am very privileged because I am a white person, Bieber acknowledged in his video statement. Bieber reflected on how Black culture has shaped his own music and artistry over the years. I have not done enough to use my voice for that, and to speak up for what's right, he said. The Canadian pop star recognized that while he has worn styles and hairstyles popularized in Black communities, he has not properly credited or supported the Black people and Black culture that influenced him. I am going to learn, I'm going to take action, Bieber vowed. The singer promised to not only call out racism, but also to actively work to dismantle systemic racial barriers. He pledged to use his platform to spread more awareness and action, and to keep people more informed on these issues. Bieber challenged other white public figures to likewise step up and advocate against racial injustice rather than staying silent. Bieber has faced criticism over the years for appropriating Black style and music without acknowledgement. From his signature dreadlocks to chart-topping hits like Sorry that blend pop and R&B, Bieber's imagery and sound have clearly been shaped by Black artistry. However, he has rarely given credit where it's due or voiced support of Black communities grappling with racism and police brutality. The singer's admission comes amid a massive cultural reckoning around systemic racism and calls for white allies to stand in solidarity with the Black Lives Matter movement. Public scrutiny of Bieber may have helped prompt his acknowledgement that while he has profited from Black influences, he has not used his platform to right historical wrongs or empower marginalized groups. Other pop stars like Harry Styles, Kendall Jenner, and Gwen Stefani have also faced backlash for culturally appropriative behavior or silence on racism in the past. Bieber's video statement demonstrates a willingness to listen, learn, and do better, qualities that will be crucial for any allyship. His huge international following of over 110 million Instagram followers gives him unparalleled influence to spread awareness. Experts praised Bieber's admission as an important step, but note that true change will require sustained action, not just words. With promises to advocate for racial justice initiatives and continue educating himself, Bieber is vowing to use his power and privilege to drive progress rather than perpetuate harm. With anti-racist protests ongoing worldwide, public pressure on celebrities and companies to take a stand will likely remain high. Bieber's acknowledgement sets an example for others in the industry to evaluate their own complicity, recognize racial influences, provide material support to Black communities, and speak out against injustice using their massive platforms. Though past actions cannot be changed, using future influence to empower marginalized voices and enact reform could begin to make amends for past appropriation and inaction. Bieber's meaningful statement and commitment to advocate represent crucial growth. The coming years will show if he and others following his lead live up to their pledge of allyship through concrete action beyond social media posts. Solidarity with Black communities demanding justice and equity will require sustained dedication from public figures even after global protests subside. If Bieber and other stars channel their influence into meaningful reform efforts, it could signal progress in entertainment and culture's relationship with Black communities. In summary, Justin Bieber's admission that he benefited from Black culture while failing to support Black people demonstrates important self-reflection. His vow to actively advocate for racial justice reform using his massive platform provides hope that this could be a turning point. But true change will depend on Bieber and others following through with meaningful, sustained actions over time to empower Black voices and enact anti-racist change.